All right, in today's video, we're going to talk about emails and blog posts for Gumroad. I'm going to show you how to create an email, how to create a blog post, the basics of both of them, and then how to create them as well. So when you go to your Gumroad dashboard, just go ahead and click on your emails, and that tab will send you to this page. And now we could look at all our published posts right here. So right now I only have 2 posts for this one. One of them got sent as an email, and you could see your analytics for that right here. And you could also click into it to see a little bit more details. So for this one, I sent this email on February 29th, and it shows me the time I sent it. It shows how many emails I sent out, which was a total of 92. How many people opened it? 25%, a total of 23 people. The click through rate, 4.34%, total of 4 people, and then the views for this post. Then you got a couple other options right here where you could view your email, which is going to send you a preview to your own email in your inbox. Or you could view the post. If you published it as a blog post, you could view the post right here. If you want to duplicate this message, or if you want to make changes and update it, you could click edit. And then you have the option to delete this post entirely too. So we'll go look at the other one. The other one is a blog post. It's strictly a blog post. So it only says view post, and then it gives you no data because this is relative to emails. But you could go look at the view post right here. And now you could see what that looks like. If you want to go review it, maybe you want to make some changes or updates, but you could view the post right here. And actually, this is what kind of like general outline of a blog post would look like. So this is the entire blog post. Here's the title, the date. There goes my name right there, or the name of your business, whatever you might put up here. There goes a little sign up form. You could add images. You could also add buttons and links to it if you wanted to. I'll show you that a little later. And then there's a comment section for anybody that reads the blog post. They could add their own comments. And then here's my other blog posts. So we'll go back, close that one. And now on this one, we could view the email. So this one, if you click this, it'll send you a preview of that email. Let's see, there you go. Preview has been sent to your email. And now you could go look at that email and see what you think. If it looks good, it's kind of just double checking the emails that you send out. And I also published this as another blog post. So that's the nice little thing. You could actually make emails, send out your newsletter, and then you could publish them to your blog. There's a little bit of there's a CTA right there, a link to a landing page. Let's see. I'm gonna click it. Sends me to a landing page to one of my courses. There you go. So now I tested the button. The button works. Of course, I tested it earlier, but just wanted to show you an example. So now the next tab, we're gonna look at scheduled. Right here on scheduled, what you could do is schedule your posts. So say you want to create a blog post or an email today, but you want to schedule it to send out on a different day. You could see all your scheduled emails here. So for example, let's create a testing email, testing post. We'll say save. Sorry, cannot have more than 100 emails. Let's say affiliates only. I only have one affiliate. So we'll say save, and we'll say schedule for a different date. Let's say next week. So it's for the 30th. Schedule it. And now we're right here back at the tab for scheduled posts. So now you can see a list of your scheduled posts right here. So my testing email is my subject line. It's going to get sent to my affiliates, which is a total audience of 1, which is just me. and the delivery time. You could also schedule the time at which that email will be sent. And at any time that you want, you could also edit this post or delete it entirely if you like. So if you want to go and edit it, go back, make some changes, hit save, and changes are saved. But for this one, I'm obviously not going to send it. Now we're going to go to drafts. Drafts are any emails that you're working on and you haven't completed. So all your incomplete emails, your incomplete blog posts, they're going to be right here so you could come back and work on them later. And if you want to learn some more, they always have these little links to articles to kind of explain a little bit more in depth about what any one of these things are. So now we're going to go to subscribers. And right here it shows a list of all my subscribers. So right now I only have 4, but as you start accumulating more subscribers on your email list, it'll just show you the full list right here. And then we'll click into Minds. It'll just show you the email for that one person. Then you could choose to remove that follower if you like. All right, so there's your list of emails. And if at any time you ever want to transition to maybe say a different email service provider, you could just download your whole list of subscribers right here and then export it to another email service provider. Now we're going to go into actually creating the emails. So let's go back to published, and now we could go click on new email. And inside of this page, we get the text editor, the title line or the subject line, and then you get this segmentation on the left side. If you don't have any followers or customers or affiliates yet, you won't see this. But once you do, you will see this segmentation. So once you get people on your email list or you already have customers, you could choose to send emails specifically to particular segments of your group. Like the first one is to everyone that's purchased from you and everyone that's signed up to your affiliates program or signed up to your email list. Then you could also choose to send to only your followers, people that signed up specifically to your email list. Then you could go to customers only, people that have bought from you, and then your affiliates, people that signed up to your affiliates program. So we'll leave it at everyone. And now on the channel, you could send it as an email or send it as a blog post or send it as both. So if you send an email out, if you have both these checked, you could send it as an email and also have it published on your blog. Now you got a little bit more segmentation here. So you could send this email to everyone, or you could segment by a very specific item that everybody has purchased before. So like for this example, I could use say the Gumroad guide. So anybody that's purchased this guide, which is 121 people out of 134, this is one of my lead magnets. They work really well. So anybody that has this guide will receive my message, or I could leave it to everybody. Then you could go by date. You could select it by anybody that's you've acquired since maybe a very specific day. We'll go maybe to January 1st. And now you can see that I've acquired 50 people in this year so far. So this message will only send to those 50 people. Or you could remove this, clear that, and it'll send to everyone. And you could also choose a date of everybody before a specific date. Let me see, for followers only, same thing by items purchased, items they haven't purchased yet. You could segment by the date. Customers, you could segment once again by products. Now you could also segment your group by the amount they spent. So you could say people that spent more than let's say $5, or people that have paid less than 25 bucks. You could narrow down your search with these with the pricings right here. Once again, you could go by date, and then you could also segment by location. So you could choose where your audience is going to be. So if you want to target one specific country, 20 people out of 134, or you could go with anywhere, 134. And then you have the last one for affiliates. So you could choose affiliated products, very specific products. You could choose by date again. That's it. And then you have this last section right here for comments. So in case you want to open up the comment section for your blog post, you could highlight this right here. All right, so now let's create a brand new post. What you want to do is first create the title for your post. So let's say this is an email. We'll say, welcome to my newsletter. And then you could go ahead and write your message right here. I want to welcome you to my newsletter where we talk about, about this topic, ... And then you can keep adding more. So let's go ahead and copy this. Just going to copy that just to give you a sense of what it could look like. So now we got some text, and we'll say, what if we want to make this a heading or change the size of the heading right here? We got three choices. We got H3, H2, and H1. So we'll go with the H1. If you wanted to, you could make it bold. If you wanted to make a specific word bold, you can. You could also italicize. So we'll say we'll italicize the very beginning. If you wanted to underline a word, got that right there. If you wanted to strike through a word, there you go. And once again, let's say we could make this a different heading right there. There you go. An H2. So you got your H1, your H2, and then you got your body text. And body text. Then you could also, in these emails, you could add some code. If you want to add some code, we could add it right here. All right. We'll just hit this to turn it off. And then if you wanted to put some bullet points, point 1, point 2, point 3, or you could use a numbered list as well. So you could go with either bullets, numbers. You could also put a divider line. You could change things to quotes. There you go. It just shifts it to the center. And now, the other cool things you could do on the email editor is add some links. So if you want to direct people to URLs or any websites, or maybe to say a template file, this would be probably like Canva or Notion templates. You could add the link right here. We'll just go ahead and highlight that word, insert a link, and then say, there you go. Now, whenever they click this link, it'll send them straight to whatever the link you added right there. We could next do images. So if you want to add an image, we'll go ahead and add an image. So this is an image I used for a recent blog post. And then if you highlight the image the way it is right now, you could also add a link to that right there. So we'll click insert link. We'll say .com, add a link. So now when people click this image, it'll send them to whatever link you set up for this image. So for this current one, it'll send them to YouTube. And then the last option you have is buttons. So we'll put this button right here. We'll say we'll add a button. Add button. Click to read full article. And then you'll put the name of the article right there. We could write medium.com. So there you go. Now you got a button. And that's pretty much everything you could do within your text editor. And like I said, this will be your subject line for your email, or also as the title for your blog post. Then you got your headings, your body text. You could put buttons. You could add links. This is a link right here. You could add images with links, and you could just keep extending the length of this post right here. And if you wanted to, you could also attach files. So for instance, if you have an email and you want to send your subscribers some files like some images or PDF downloads, audios, and stuff like that, you could attach the files right here. We'll go ahead and attach something. We'll attach that same image. So now you can see this is uploaded, and whenever they open up this email, if they wanted to download this image, they could download it right here. You could add other stuff. Now, on the subject lines, I did want to cover just a little bit, a couple basics for good subject lines. When you do create emails, you want to create some subject lines that help to increase the open rates for your emails. So you just want to make sure you don't use no spammy words that could send you to the spam folder, or maybe use good subject lines that set the tone for the rest of the email. Just use subject lines that increase your open rates, and you could test these over time. Like you could segment to part of your audience with one subject line, and segment to the other half of your audience with another subject line, and then just test the open rates right there. It's not like a built-in A/B testing system, but it's kind of like a little workaround where you could do it yourself. All right, so now let's test this out. Since I'm the only affiliate, I'm gonna send this to myself. But before you publish, you could always preview the message as a post, and you could preview it as an email. So let's first preview this as a post. And this is what it would look like as a blog post. So you got your comment section on the bottom, and then links to your other blog post. Then you got all the body to your or all the content to your blog. You got the link. So we'll see where it sends us to medium.com. The button works. We got this view content. Okay, now they could download the image if they wanted to. And then I think there was two more. One more right here, newsletter. So it sends us to Canva. And the last link was on the image. So if it sends us to YouTube, yep, it does. So all the links work, the button's there. Here's our title. So as a blog post, I like how it looks. Now we want to preview the email. I'm going to tell you right here when it's sent. The preview has been sent to your email. Let's go open that up. All right, now that we got our email, we can see what that looks like right here, which should be very similar to the blog post, but you always want to confirm that it looks the way you designed it to be. And if it's not looking the way that you wanted it to be, you could go ahead and edit the stuff you want to change. So now right here in the email, they could view the content, and they could also reply with a comment. And this is always going to be an option for them as well, for people to unsubscribe if they're tired of getting your emails and stuff. So now that we see the entire email, if you like it, you could go ahead and go back. We'll close this up. Assuming that you like the email, we'll go ahead and hit save. You want to save your work, and then we'll publish this. So we could either publish this now, or you could schedule it for later on. So go ahead and click publish. We're going to choose a date for tomorrow. We want to send it at say 5. We want to send it at 5:31 a.m. So now it's going to send tomorrow at 5:31 a.m. We'll schedule this, and it automatically kicks us to the schedule tab. And now you can see your email that's going to post. What's going to post as both a blog and an email. So now you can send that email to your subscribers and see this on your blog post as well. So go ahead and go back. And once it's published, it'll show up on this list right here. All right, now that you know how to make emails and you know how to make blog posts, we're going to go into a little bonus section for newsletters. So the thing about newsletters is you're sending emails to your subscriber list. So I showed you, you have your subscribers right here. We just created the new emails, and you segment your audience right here with all the options you have on the left side. So once you have your subscribers, your followers, you could go ahead and create emails specifically for them. You'll go ahead and schedule those, or you could publish it right away if you choose, but most newsletters actually schedule them beforehand. And then you'll see all your scheduled posts that are set to send out for your newsletter. So right here it says sent out to your affiliates. We could go ahead and create another one. We'll duplicate this and we'll say this one will be for followers only. Save. And this will be for the same dates. So there you go. So all my followers are going to get this message right here at 5:31 a.m. tomorrow. So this is one way of keeping track of all the messages you're creating for your newsletter. They're all going to be published right here. Everything is scheduled, any drafts that you're working on, and then the list of your subscribers. That's pretty much it for emails, blog posts, and newsletters. If you want to learn something more specific, you could send me a message in the comment section below, or you could also sign up to my newsletter where I talk more about building an online business and opening up your own online store, then how to market your product. That's a big thing for businesses is product marketing. That's kind of where I specialize in, is how to market your product through emails, blog posts, videos, podcasts, social media, everything. So if you guys are interested, you could sign up to my newsletter in the description below. Or if you have questions, you could send some questions on the comment section and I'll go ahead and respond as soon as I can. But if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click like, and that'll help me out a lot. And I want to say thank you if you do.